This robot vacuum will absolutely change your life, particularly if you're a pet owner. It also functions as a pet vacuum. It sets up in just minutes. It has a really user-friendly app. All you need to do is push a button and it does all the work for you.
Now that I've been using this vacuum every single day for a few months, I have a couple of tips and tricks for you. I love that I can just set the main hub in the center of my home and the vacuum will do all the work for you. All you need to do is push the power button one time and it will auto detect your area and vacuum. And when it's getting low on charge, it will just bring itself back to the charging base, empty itself, and start charging again. I have found that this is definitely the simplest way to operate the vacuum. You can go into the app and designate different areas and label them, but it works just as well if you just push the power button. The unit itself is small and compact. It has these brusher rollers on the bottom. It can even function as a wet mop if you fill this container with water. I love that it's very simple to empty. It either self-empties into the charging base or you could just tap this into the trash bin, which is what I like to do. It's very simple to also clean the filter at the top by rinsing it out with water and drying it. When I first started using this, I was really careful about picking up all of the items off my floor, but since then, I just leave everything out and about, and the vacuum does a really great job finding its way around all the objects in my home. And this definitely makes it easier to just run the vacuum every single day. It collects a large amount of dirt every day, and I've noticed that my carpets look much brighter and cleaner, especially since they're this light colored tan. I love that I can also disconnect the charger base and connect the hose and tubing for grooming equipment. It works really great as a pet vacuum. In combination with the robot vacuum, my home is much more clean. My dog doesn't mind the vacuum either because it's nice and quiet. You can see that the robot does a really excellent job finding the edges, and it even goes along stairs really nicely. It will stop itself before it falls over the edge, so you don't need to worry about putting up a barrier along your steps. Definitely check this out if you are looking for a new robot vacuum, and particularly if you're a pet owner and you're looking for one that can also function as a pet vacuum. This is a great combo, but honestly, I love it just as a standalone robot vacuum. It functions well, and I like that you can also use this as a wet mop on hardwood floors as well. And I also like that this robot vacuum rarely errors. It finds its way around difficult objects. It doesn't suck up items on the floor. If you do get an error message, it will pop up on your phone so you can go and figure out what the problem is. But this rarely happens, and you rarely even need to think about the vacuum. It will return itself to its charging base when it runs low on power, recharge, and you can actually restart it again from the app if you want to continue cleaning. Check this one out. It's a really great robot vacuum. The charge lasts long enough to clean a really large area of your home. It runs quietly and it picks up a large amount of dirt.